could we possibly see Bill and Hillary Clinton testify about their connection to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein? Well, they were ordered to do so. The House Oversight Committee issued subpoenas in August to the Clintons and other well-known Democrats, but the Clintons refused to show up. Now the committee is threatening to hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress if they fail to show up for their in-person depositions. Bill Clinton scheduled for apparently December 17th, Hillary December 18th.
I think anything that we release is significant. I think people should be able to make judgments on their own as to what they see in these photos. For us, this is about transparency.
A new batch of photos from Jeffrey Epstein's estate show high-profile people, including President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, and others. None of these images released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee today are believed to show underage girls. President Trump has denied knowledge of Epstein's sexual abuse while they were friends decades ago. And today, the White House accused Democrats of cherry-picking photos to craft a false narrative.
I'm Christine Frizzell in Washington, where the Department of Justice says more files related to Jeffrey Epstein will be released, even though their deadline has already come and gone. The most recent document dump included photos of former President Bill Clinton, which some on Capitol Hill say should compel lawmakers to seek more information from he and his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Critics say the latest batch of photos depicting former President Bill Clinton bolsters the argument he may have valuable information to the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Senator Lindsey Graham, who served as one of the House impeachment managers for Bill Clinton in 1998, urging the current House Oversight Committee to unseal the Clinton impeachment files, according to the Washington Times.
As an impeachment manager, Lindsey Graham would have had access to documents that the public did not have access to. He's telegraphing to the House Oversight Committee, there's things there that you need to take a look at.
The House Oversight Committee not confirming if they'll move ahead, but Chairman James Comer just days ago threatened to hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress if they don't appear in person in January to answer questions about their relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, following a subpoena.
Public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein. We're working to bring former President Clinton in for a deposition.
In response, an attorney for the Clintons has said they could give answers in writing but insist they have no relevant information, adding there is simply no reasonable justification for compelling a former president and Secretary of State to appear personally. No explanation or context given for photos like this, nor was any shared about photos featuring the current president, Donald Trump, as lawmakers vow to try to get to the overarching question: who else committed crimes alongside Jeffrey Epstein?
We shouldn't be covering up for anybody if they were actually involved in criminality, and otherwise, it's embarrassing to people, but the Congress has said we don't want the suppression of materials simply because somebody may be embarrassed.
Former President Bill Clinton has not been formally accused of any wrongdoing in connection with Jeffrey Epstein, and President Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, told Vanity Fair she doesn't think there's anything incriminating about Bill Clinton in the Epstein files. I'm Christine Frizzell for the National News Desk.
As a result of Bill Clinton not showing up for his lawful subpoena, which again was voted on unanimously by the committee in a bipartisan manner, we will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress.
Former President Bill Clinton could soon face contempt proceedings. You just heard it, after failing to show up to a hearing this morning on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
House Democrats are focused on, one, the administration carrying out the law to release the Epstein files, no matter what they say or who they name. But scoring political points and bringing people in for testimony, that's just something that House Republicans want to do to take our eye off the ball.
Tomorrow, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has a similar deposition scheduled. The Clintons sent a letter to Congress saying they would not show because the subpoenas were legally invalid.
Well, at this hour, we are learning that the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will not be showing up on Capitol Hill today. Yesterday, you may remember her husband, former President Bill Clinton, was a no-show as well. Both are defying a congressional subpoena and refusing to testify in the Epstein case. Now, House Oversight Chair James Comer said their choice not to testify came down at the 11th hour.
This is the amount of preparation that went into this deposition today. These were the questions that we were prepared to ask. We've communicated with President Clinton's legal team for months now, giving them opportunity after opportunity to come in, to give us a date, and they continue to delay to the point where we had no idea whether they're going to show up today or not.
Well, lawmakers are now escalating this, warning they could hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress to force them to testify, but this could go a lot further than that, like a full vote by the House of Representatives to refer them to the Justice Department for criminal prosecution. According to investigators, Bill Clinton's ties to disgraced sex offender Jeffrey Epstein ran deep. Epstein reportedly visited the White House 17 times when Clinton was president, and following his presidency, Clinton flew on Epstein's private plane about 27 times. Now, the Clintons have called the subpoenas invalid and legally unenforceable.